You know, a lot of people in this world mistake ambition for arrogance. And it comes as no surprise that the common person is not driven. They are not growth orientated. They don't want to get to a certain height in life. They don't want to achieve stuff. They're happy being mediocre. They're happy in the status quo. And so when you're ambitious and you have goals and you want to get to a certain destination, and if you are not aware, like when I was younger, I was not really aware that not everybody has sky-high goals, you know. Not everybody wants to get to the top. In fact, what they're comfortable is tearing people who get to the top. Calling you horrible names, making you feel bad because they know that you're better than them, you shine better than them. So what is the difference between ambition and arrogance? Ambition is simply wanting better for yourself in life. It's wanting to reach that destination and not expecting people to carry you there. Arrogance is basically shitting on other people because you feel insecure and you think, oh, you know, if I don't say all this and I don't say I'm the best at something, or I don't say this, somebody can legitimately be the best at something. You don't have to keep shoving it in people's faces constantly. They'll figure it out themselves. And this is not the humble diatribe I'm talking about. Yes, you can be good at what you do. You have the confidence to tell people you're good at what you do. But you don't have to keep reminding people. And when you're ambitious, I highly recommend people to get around people who have that level of ambition. As I'm saying, when I was younger, I used to tell people, like, you know, my goals were like way high. I would laugh and say my ambition's higher than most men I've ever met in my life. So that threw off a lot of men from me. Like, what's wrong with this woman? You know, how can she have ambition more than I do? I just found most men weren't ambitious in life. Like, they didn't want better for themselves. That's I'm speaking from a general perspective. Of course, the type of men I know are very, very ambitious and they want to get to where they want to be in life. But this is, I'm referring to when I was younger. So when you want to get to a certain destination in life, you want to achieve those heights, you can't start discussing your goals with people who, you know, they're not going anywhere. You have to be honest with yourself and say, you have to assess yourself. You have to do an essay, just the way you assay gold. Is this person going anywhere in life? 5 years, 10 years, if I come and ask them, are they going to be in the same place? Most people, the answer is yes. They're going to be in the same place. They're going to be whining about their life constantly, like, oh, things don't work out for me, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. But the short answer is you need to know your own ambition levels. Do you have ambition? Do you want more for yourself? And then when people talk about their ambition in the public sphere, the public eye, it doesn't make people arrogant. You know, I have a certain goal, even myself personally, I won't say it on camera, but it's still a certain goal I want to reach in life. And I still remember I made the mistake of telling somebody, I used to do eyebrows at the time, thread eyebrows, so. And this woman left halfway and she said there is absolutely no way a person can achieve that in life. Unless they're like, oh, like a billionaire or something. Like, she was so angry. But it's still a goal for me and I will still achieve it. And it's not a goal I often tell people. Because it's very triggering. It angers people. And it brings up a lot of stuff that they don't want to deal with, so they'll lash out at me. So over time, I learned that it's good to keep your goals to yourself. It's good to keep your stuff to yourself. That's not always the case. Sometimes you can share a goal with somebody, especially share your goals with your mentors. Of course, it's very important. I do it with mine. Share your goals with somebody you can trust, and that's very difficult. In today's world where it's each man for themselves, it becomes very difficult to trust people. People are very jealous of ambition because ambition takes you to the top, literally. Top shelf, top floor, whatever you want to call it. You have a better view, you enjoy yourself. So, when you think about ambition, think about what is it I want to achieve probably in the next 12 months? What's my achievement? Where do I want to see myself? Whether it's social circles, whether it's business, whether it's your career, whether it's your love life, whether it's your health, their ambition, their goals. Let's talk a little bit about losing weight, or I don't like the word losing, ideal weight. People are happy. Let me give an example of people in general. Weight is a huge deterrent to the opposite gender fancying you. I mean, sometimes men or women don't care, but for the most part, you know, somebody wants somebody in shape, right? Especially women. Women are very happy if there is a woman in the circle, the friend circle, quote, quote. Women don't have friend circles. They just, I don't know what you call them, but they're definitely not friends. And they're happy when you've gained weight, because it's like, oh yes, one less competition to deal with. Women are always competing for men, always. That's why men have status anxiety, women have beauty anxiety. I'm gonna cover a book. I'm releasing a new book on beauty, and I talk about all this. The anxiety of beauty, I know I'm not that attractive, and I'm getting a little older, and a bit pudgy, and you know, and I'm too lazy to take care of myself, so I just have to like monitor my husband to make sure he doesn't cheat on me, or whatever you want to call it. A lot of women are very, very insecure about their looks, because we live in a world where women are only and only judged on their beauty, only and only judged on their looks. So a lot of women's ambition is just to look good, because looking good pays off dividends, literally. You get to marry well, you get to look good. Most men are really just concerned about looks and not much else. And that's not me being bitter or sour about stuff, that's just life. If you look good, men give you time of day, and if you don't look good, they look over you. Doesn't matter how great you are, doesn't matter how well you cook, you clean, you're a good woman, you hold it down, they don't care. Hot body, nice face. Men are visual. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not me standing here on a video and complaining about it. That's just life. So the ambition goes funny. Like I said, losing weight. If you start dropping weight, people in relationships become nasty. You know, I know this guy whose wife always used to like be after him, like she used to poke him in the stomach and be like, oh, you're a bit heavy, aren't you? And she knew this dude was going nowhere because he didn't have the confidence to pull women because of his body. So this guy got really pissed off. He started, you know, he joined the gym. I live next door to a gym over here. He started dropping weight. He looked good. He got a tattoo. It's a true story, I'm telling you guys. Now the wife was like, are there women at the gym? She never asked that question before. You want to know? You want to bet why? Because where there's ambition, there's sexual energy. And where there's sexual energy, there's always jealousy. If you are primal, if you are very attractive as a man or a woman, you have more options open to you in life. People don't like that. Oh, life's so unfair. Yes, it is. Get over it. We live in an unfair world. The rich and the beautiful are favored. Get over it. I always say that to people. Get over it. And if you can work on your money and your looks, you'll be taken care of too, in different ways. People will open doors for you that can't exist. I still remember, there was a guy that did something for me, and it was very simple. It was like lifting a box. I think it was lifting a couple of heavy things, and I thanked him and I said, I appreciate you doing it. And you know, this is a few years ago, and the guy said to me, you know, if you weren't beautiful, I wouldn't do it for you. So I didn't know how to respond. I didn't know whether to be thankful for my face. I didn't know whether to feel angry. I didn't know. I had all types of mixed emotions that came up. So when people share their ambition, I don't particularly recommend a lot of people get on. I know a lot of people of today are very insecure and they love sharing their whole life on social media. I'm very aware of that. It's pointless. Keep your stuff to yourself. People are not happy that you're sharing it with them, like, oh, you're not inspiring people or stuff. The right people are going to be inspired by you. They'll find you themselves. You don't have to document your whole life to people. But just remember, ambition is not arrogance. Just because somebody has a goal to reach a certain place doesn't make them arrogant. Doesn't make them a person who thinks they're better than you. No, that's just who they are. I never understood ambition when I was young because I'm a very ambitious person. I'm born to a man who, if he was still here, my father would have been a billionaire, and I say that very openly. That's a millionaire or multi-millionaire would have been very, very small for my dad, the type of man he is. And so I was a little thrown off when I saw, I didn't understand that when you're born to a dad like that, you just think every man's that way, and it was a big slap in my face to find out that a lot of guys are not growth orientated. And I personally could achieve a lot more, and it kind of threw me off balance. And I really had to understand and get around people who were extremely ambitious, and they're not willing to take no for an answer. They have determination, they have courage, and they have the will to pursue things. A lot of people lack will to pursue things. So just remember, just because somebody shares their ambition with you doesn't mean they're stunting on you, doesn't mean they're throwing it in your face. If you're constantly triggered by people's achievements, you need to start asking yourself, why am I so triggered by people's achievements? Is it because I'm not achieving things myself? Is it because their achievements are reminding me of how little I've done in this world? Like, fine, man, if you just want to sit and do nothing, obviously Spartanite's not even for you. But I'm talking to people who are ambitious. People who are hungry, they want more. They say, oh, I've had change, I want more, I want to go up. I'm always living in a place, oh, I can't wait to show you guys this! Man. Good timing, huh? I actually wanted to put this in my video, that where I live, there are jets, there are private jets that fly. About 5 to 10 jets that fly over me every single day. And what an interesting coincidence that I'm doing a video and you guys get to see that. Position yourself in places whereby your next goal now becomes a reality for you. You get to see it every day. Sometimes I have breakfast on my little balcony and I'm like, ooh. I look at my jets and I'm like, that's nice. When I was younger, people used to be like, who does she think she is? She ain't going anywhere in life, because they weren't going anywhere in life. Don't let people's limitations become yours. If you want to go somewhere in life, you're ambitious, you have big dreams, big goals. Don't let if they don't achieve anything, that's up to them. But don't let their limitations become yours.